Now, when the budget estimates are tabled in Parliament this Thursday, the million-dollar question will be, will you cough more money in taxes? Asha Mwulu now reports on the possible targets that will fund the country's most ambitious budget yet.
Apart from having to justify why this financial year will have the biggest budget in the country's history, 1.77 trillion shillings, on Thursday, the Finance Cabinet Secretary Henry Rotich will also have to explain to Kenyans where this money is coming from. Already, Kenyans are concerned that, as usual, the taxpayer will bear the biggest burden. And the first group to be smoked out may well be the usual suspects, consumers of cigarette and alcohol, what is often called sin tax.
We saw what happened when the taxation on senator was increased. It led to the growth of illicit alcohol in the market. And in the last 1 month, we saw the negative effect that had. We lost about 100 Kenyan lives to illicit alcohol. So our plea to the government as Kenya Association of Manufacturers is not to target those industries.
While the increase of sin tax may have its downside, many Kenyans are more worried about the basic commodities. Tax experts have warned that the 1.8 trillion shilling budget will most likely force the government to push up the taxes.
Mtu nafanyia kama shilingi kama 500. Ukikuja sukari ni shilingi 100, unga ni shilingi 150. Ukikuja kwa mboga imeongezeka, mafuta imeongezeka, sasa hakuna kitu unafanyia. Na ile kitu unafanyia kama ni 1000 inakwisha siku moja hivi ukiwa na fund.
Wanatupandishia ushuru juu na pale tunauza vitu tunauza chini sana.
The leaders concerned not to focus mostly on basic goods, but they can explore more ways of collecting taxes apart from basic commodities.
Maminista wanatembea na magari 4, 5, wananchi wa chini hata chakula ni shida, ule ugali ni sima ya chini, pia watu hawezi kuafford. Nchi imeharibika, nchi imekuwa mbaya. Uhuru ndugu yangu nakwambia, habari ya kupandisha ushuru hakuna, fikiria watu wa chini.
What's left the government in another awkward spot is the Auditor General's report revealing that at least a third of the country's budget goes to waste. Treasury is now on the spot to seal those leakages before taxing Kenyans more than they can handle.
We are not succeeding in widening our tax net. We're going after the same taxpayers over and over and over again, and therefore we've sort of killed the goose that's laying the golden eggs for us.
The government should instead look at expanding the tax base, because there are many people who don't pay taxes in Kenya who should be paying taxes ideally. The government should also look at tax leakages. Where are we having tax leakages in our country? That should be addressed instead of having a sin tax.
With the countdown to budget day now on, the biggest headache for President Uhuru Kenyatta's government will be to rally the country behind its second budget as Kenyans wait anxiously for promises to be delivered. Asha Mwulu, KTN, Nairobi.